Hey guys, happy hump day. Happy hump day. My name is Jason. This is Ray of Light Tarot. It is Wednesday in the house. And so we're kind of picking up where we left off last night. I got into some really deep readings last night. And so because of that, um, I ran out of space and time and battery to get to everyone and was just having some real tech issues at the end of the night. So we're kind of picking up where we left off, and I'm going to finish those from last night tonight. And we are open to do, the list is open to do more. Uh, I have 5 people to go. Hi guys. Sorry about having to sort of pick up where we left off from last night. Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing well. And we're going to just get it moving here. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start. Is Erica here from last night? We're going to carry over that one. Erica, there's Erica. Hey, Erica. We're going to start with yours, and I'm going to try to really pick right up where we left off. So, yep, to be added to the list, if you want to get added to the list is open. It is a $25 payment to Cash App. Is $ Ray of Light Tarot is the Cash App. $ Ray of Light Tarot. All one word, $ Ray of Light Tarot via Cash App. If you don't have Cash App, it's available in the App Store, easy to download and easy to use. Hey, Shannon, is your mom here as well, Shannon? So I've got Erica right now, and then fire sign, Shannon, you and your mom, etc., etc., etc. Amora, you're on there. Okay. So let's do this. My battery's fully charged. So hopefully we can get going. Yay, Mom is here too. Hi, Mom of Shannon. Hey, Valerie. Update on my... Yes, you're on there, Maria. Update on my connection. It's same list from last night. And then I think we have one more from tonight so far that I need to add on. And then anyone else who wants to get on the list, it's open because we've got time to do it tonight. Okay, update on my connection with my soulmate Jillian. What do you see happening? Absolutely, Valerie. If she has a question, I can certainly do that. Probably be good if you could give me her name and her sun sign, which I'm sure you can. Okay, Erica, let's see. Where's Erica's soulmate Jillian feeling at this time? Show me animal spirit oracle card for her. Soulmate Erica. Your soulmate Jillian is coming out with the Buffalo Spirit card. And this card says, the abundant universe will provide. This is card number 10. You're getting the Beaver Spirit card, lay a solid foundation. So whatever you're going through here, you're being guided to really, it's kind of that beginner's mind energy here, laying a solid foundation. It's a little bit of a solid workman energy as well. And okay, and Rebecca, we've got to get to you. We didn't quite finish up your reading either. We're gonna get to that as well. So, yeah, just wherever you're at. I know you're asking about your soulmate, and we'll get to that. But wherever you're at right now, that's what's most important. And remember that that is really the important thing. And it's important to remember for where you're at. The Beaver Spirit is about working. It's about your work ethic, but it's about the foundations thereof. It's about really setting the foundations. And the number 6 for you is about it is healing, but it's healing through sort of retrospection. Now, with your soulmate and where Jillian's at, the Buffalo Spirit's an interesting energy. This feels very, to me, looking at this card, just sort of looking at this card, this feels very, there's such different energies, but there's also a lot of similar emotional aspects to both of these cards. So I think emotionally, you're both going through some similar things, even if you're at very different places. The number 10 card does suggest an ending and a new beginning here for this person. So this person's at a place where they're probably having to reassess a lot of things in their life. With that theme, the abundant universe will provide. That's a beautiful thought and a beautiful theme, but it usually goes to the fact that someone's experiencing sort of a drought of some kind in their life, wondering where they're going to find sustenance or going to find the next sort of shelter in the storm. So this, I feel like Jillian's probably learning a lot about how to trust in a higher power as opposed to sort of the material or physical things that we look to for comfort and just sort of naturally. And that's something I think we all go through at some point in our lives, but that seems to be a real theme right now based on those two cards. Let me check with the tarot as well. Show me what's going on with Jillian, please, for Erica at this time. Got the art card or the temperance card, basically. This is, this is about alchemy, right? And balance, moderation. This is so, which does make sense, and especially with the star card here, that's basically for me, this is what I was basically saying to you. This is someone who's going through a process of learning how to allow the universe to provide for them, and then how to make the most with what they've got. So looking at these two cards, though, that's a major transformation. So I would say, first and foremost, she's going through a big transforming experience right now, spiritually transformative experience. And it's starting with a little bit of an experience of lack. Got the Eight of Pentacles here, which is about learning that what you put the work into and what you spiritually pour your soul into is going to give back to you in that same way. And then the Two of Wands suggests a choice, a lot of opportunities popping up and choices and needing to figure out what direction to go in. So it feels like she's at some real crossroads in life, and it's all sort of stemming from this need to really give into her spiritual need for fulfillment from that aspect, as opposed to a physical dependence. Now, it may stem from a physical need, some sort of experience of lack, but it is about feeling that spiritual need. This is beautiful. This is really nice. Again, the star card is for me, it always goes to transformation. So I'd say she's experiencing a lot of spiritual transformation here, but it's coming from a very physical experience of lack. Learning to make do with what you have and make the most of what you have. That divine alchemy, it's always there in a card like Temperance or the art card, which is what this is. This is the Millennium Thoth Tarot that I'm using tonight. But especially with this deck, that major arcana, art or temperance, is really about using. It's very much it is temperance, but it's got that magician feel because it's learning to use what is in front of you. Okay, it's really special. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's beautiful, Erica. Good to know. Good to know. So what I would say most of all is I wouldn't expect a lot of communication from this person right now. You said she's not really sharing. I wouldn't expect it. This is someone who's going through big experiences and big growth. And so from that, like I said, there's going to be a lot of internal change, but the external is going to reveal itself later. The biggest thing that I would say to look for in this person is a sort of resiliency. It may look like self-resiliency, but it's actually coming from a spiritual connection. So as you see this person seeming more self-sufficient and independent, it's going to be a really good sign to you to know, okay, this person's becoming very spiritually alive and growing spiritually. That's a beautiful thing to look for. Big choices, though. That Two of Wands suggests big choices that need to be made. And with the Eight of Pentacles beside that, it could also be things that have to do with work or career, or maybe even an artistic expression of some kind, okay? So that's pretty interesting. All right, good luck, Erica, with Jillian. I wish you guys the best. Tripp's fire sign is next. Yeah, Stephanie, okay. Got you. And then Marcy, you're on the list as well. I saw your donation come in, Marcy. Yes, yes, yes. My Aries Man Radio silenced me a month ago, and I don't know why. He does that every time he gets stressed or is overworked. What is going on, or is he going to return back to me? I have left him alone. Wayman. Dude, please, this is Wayman. Let me know. Let me how much I'm frustrated. How much for a reading? It's $25. You can send payment to the Cash App. It's $ Ray of Light Tarot. Triple fire sign. Okay, so your Aries radio silenced you a month ago and you don't know why. You said he does that every time he gets stressed out. Thank you. I apologize for breaking the space. It can wait until the reading is complete. What can wait until the reading is complete? What do you need to... What, Stephanie? It's Wayman. Yes, I saw that, Wayman. Some weird energy tonight in the chat, guys. What's going on with you guys? Why are you guys acting weird? All hectic and stuff. Weird energy out there. Guys, center, balance. Nothing is crazy. Nothing is like worth stressing about. Everybody, deep inhales through your nose, exhales through your mouth. Take some deep yoga breaths. It's all okay. Everything is good. Wherever you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be in life. It really is. Whether you're enjoying it or not, and it sounds like a lot of people aren't enjoying it, it's exactly where you're supposed to be, I promise. Get centered and present in the moment. All right, so let's see, trips. What's going on with this Aries for trips? Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. So this person is... I've already said that to you twice, Wayman. Stop asking the same question over and over. You're just going to get more frustrated here because you're going to get blocked. No crazy energy up in this chat, guys. We're not going to have that up in here. Okay. Electric Eel Spirit. So with the Electric Eel Spirit, this is really interesting, Trips fire sign. This is about... So it's an interesting thing. Just look at this card. Obviously, there's some deep dive emotions going on. We're all in the water here, right? So your Aries is in a... This is what's going on with this person, and I felt it the minute I read your question. An Aries can be really difficult when they're dealing with deep emotions, because this is someone who's used to being in charge and having things in their life in order, okay? An Aries is a leader. An Aries is a warrior, right? They don't do well when they're confused emotionally and they're dealing with some deep dives. And that's what this person's going through. Now, again, just because we understand why someone does something doesn't make it okay to do it. So you understanding why this person is doing this, Trips, doesn't make it okay that they're disregarding your feelings. That's not a relationship for someone to flick you to the side and go do their thing whenever they feel like it, right? And, you know, soulmate connections, they do, especially like a twin soul, they have runner-chaser dynamics to them, but that's over long periods of time. That's not like someone who calls you one day and disregards you the next. That's a different thing. This is someone who is going through a lot emotionally, no doubt. They're trying to get a clarity about something, and they're having a lot of trouble seeing. They don't feel in control. Look at this animal, the eel. It shocks things. An electric eel uses that ability to shock. It's got a strong power, but It's flailing. It's not in control. It doesn't have the use of arms and legs and certain things the way that a human being does. It's a very different energy. So this person is not comfortable in their own skin right now. This is not an Aries imbalance at all, okay? So just really understand that's going to be not easy for this person to deal with. Now, again, we keep getting these sixes. So we've got the card number 24 here. That's a 6. The 6, there's this energy of healing, yes, but it's coming through retrospection. This person is not dealing, whatever it is that's stress. You said they're dealing with stress, for every month or whatever. What'd you say? Every month this person deals with. It's not, but what's happening is he gets stressed or overworked. He does this, silenced you a month ago. Whatever this person's doing, it's not about the right now. It's not the stress of the right now. It may be certain things that are triggering this person right now, but this is a deep dive that goes way back in someone's history and their psyche. This is someone dealing with something from way back, and it's really, really strong. So these are things that have to come up for healing. I mean, you want this person to be healthy in relationship with you, but if this is a strong soul connection, then there's mirroring there. And what does that mean? That means this person is mirroring something in you. So what you need to ask is, what in my, because you can't heal them anyway. We can talk all about what's going on with this person, but a lot of times I have to wonder, what good does it do us to know what's going on with somebody? We need to know what's going on with us. So what you need to look at is, what is this reflecting within you that's feeling that? Where are you going through a deep dive right now? Where are you feeling out of control and not like yourself in your life? Because that's what you need to work on, and that's how you can mirror the positivity in them. You can't, it does us no good. It doesn't arm us with much to know what our soulmate or twin soul is going through. I mean, it's good to know. What we need to know is how we reflect that and what we need to heal within us. And that's also what we have control over too. So that's very important to know. I would say though, this person is going through a major deep dive emotionally, and they feel very much out of sorts and not like themselves, not in their power. What's the outcome here? Most likely outcome energetically. So Emperor upright, this person's going to come back into themselves really quick. The Emperor is Aries energy. It's coming out upright. So this is really good. This person is going to come out of this very well. You've got the Adjustment card in reverse. That's basically like the Strength card. Oh, I'm sorry. This is actually, the numbers are a little different in the Millennium Photos. This is not Strength. This is the Judgment card in reverse. It's listed as Adjustment. It's in reverse. So what's going on right now is the major arcana they're facing is sort of justice in reverse. So justice, not judgment, justice in reverse here. Something karmic is not coming out the way they would like, but it's coming out the way it's kind of maybe supposed to for now. It's gonna get out when it's done and it's upright. It'll be a lot easier for them to deal with. Wow, the Universe card. That's the World, Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Wands. This person, you need to communicate with each other. There's going to be some communication that's going to help. But again, this looks like every emotion on the wheel of colors. This person's got a lot of things they could communicate to you about, and they're feeling a lot of different emotions. There will be communication, but it may be from a slightly selfish place. 9 of Pentacles behind that. So they may communicate to you from a very selfish place when you start to really communicate well in the near future. So you know, how you want to deal with that is up to you. I know you're really interested in the outcome here. So that's what you're going to get, is maybe some selfish communication, some excuses. The World or Universe card is here. There's a real battle with that shadow self, right? This need for balance. And then the Wheel of Fortune's here. So things are going to change. This person's definitely going to come back into their power. But right now and in the near future, they're in kind of a selfish place. And that's where they're communicating from, is this kind of selfish place. So having said that, I would say I wouldn't expect a whole lot from this person really soon. But if it helps you, and I know it does help to know, they are going to come out of this okay. Okay, they are going to come out, because this is them back Aries, upright, strong energy. It's not this anymore. So what they're going through now is going to change. But I would definitely, if I were in your shoes, I would be looking at where I am mirroring that energy of flailing within myself. Because in these deep, deep soul connections, specifically twin souls or deep, high level soulmates, you're gonna mirror that person in some way that's very either identically, almost identical, or polar opposite. It's usually one or the other. Okay. All right, Shannon is next. Shannon, what you want to do? Your mom first, Shannon, or you? So we got Shannon, Shannon's mom, Maria, Shay, Stephanie, Amara, and Marcy, and I've got a list here I'm working from. And whoever, if you have sent a payment in, I'll add you guys and let you know in just a moment. Okay, to super chat. No, I don't think we're gonna do super chat tonight. Probably just Cash App, because we got a lot of people on the list here. So unless you don't mind if we end up having to wait and push you over till tomorrow night. General message on, hey Debbie, general message on what I need to know, focus on, and do right now. We're gonna pull from just the Millennium Thoth for that. What does she need to know and focus on? You're creating something really new, because I'm seeing like a pitcher, like it's like a pitcher that you would make like tea or lemonade in, but for some reason they're saying this is like you're pouring ingredients in, but it's not something you've ever made before. So it's as if you're like making like a new drink for the first time. And remember, like if you're making lemonade for the first time, or pink lemonade, something you don't normally make, you have to keep checking it, tasting it, and making sure you're putting in the right ingredients. So there's something about really being careful to check in with yourself along the way with whatever this sort of new thing is that you're doing. It's good that you really are good at, you're at a place where you know to trust yourself and your instincts. That's really, I feel that strongly for you, Shannon. But like I said, it's important because you're embarking on some new endeavors. It's really important to check in with yourself, maybe more than you normally would. Not to say not to trust yourself, but remember, whatever you're moving in some new directions here, or you're going into some new territory apparently, and it's important to really continue to check in with yourself to make sure that whatever you're doing is working for you, or you're working with that energy. But you're deep, and it can be especially difficult to remember that, because some of the energy you're dealing with that's sort of inspiring you is energy from the past that's helping you. You've got the Six of Cups here. New business. With the Six of Cups, whatever it is, the new thing that you're embarking on, you've got sort of this nostalgic, it's interesting because nostalgia is what's feeding your new energy. So it's kind of a real divine alchemy there. You've got the Three of Wands in reverse too at the bottom of the deck. So it's saying, don't focus so much. A lot of times we're focusing on manifesting the future and manifesting new things. Right now, don't focus so much on the results. Focus on the process. Because the Three of Wands is about results, your ship's coming in. And if it's in reverse, for me, as that being your overall guidance energy, it's saying don't worry too much about that result, about the ship coming in, about your returns on your investment. Focus on the joy of whatever you're doing, whatever you're building, whatever you're experiencing. Really just immerse yourself in the process and enjoy it. There's a need for you to do that, not only because of it being something new, and I think that's why I keep getting this need for you to check in with yourself, because whatever you're doing and whatever you're starting, you need to really experience it for all it's worth. And it's not about the results. The results are great, but it's not about that right now. It's about experiencing the process and really checking into that. There's something past life about this that you need to really, you may have a gift that you've brought into this experience that you don't even realize you have. And it's time to really hone that and bring that into play here. You've got some good cards here. You've got the Death card and the Sun card. So big, big energies here of transformation, change, release, right? That release, and then the beautiful sun energy of clarity. Okay, Wayman, we'll get you added to the list. And then that beautiful sun energy, which is about big, big happiness, big clarity, big purpose. So I feel like whatever you're doing, whatever that is, no Venmo, whatever that is, Shannon, sorry for the interruption, whatever that is, it's it's something so powerful and so divine that it's literally bringing out your feminine energies and your masculine energies, and you're honing and balancing those at the same time. These are the kind of days of your life when you get up, like I did during my period of balancing those things, where you get up and walk out your front door and you see a freaking owl in the middle of the street that just turns and stares at you like, I know you and you know me. That happened to me when I was going through these kind of energies about a year and a half ago. I got up at 7 in the morning, walked out my front door, and there was a freaking big, like, white and brown owl right in the street in front of me, and it was drinking from a puddle in the street. It sat up, turned its head, and just stared at me for like 30 seconds. And we made eye contact, and then it spread its big wings and flew away. What that was, and Jai helped me figure what that meant, it was about the balancing of my feminine and masculine energies, because that's the feminine night eagle, right? In the daylight, coming out in the daylight during the time when they don't come out. That's what's happening here, both at once. These two strong major arcanas, this death energy, and there's a lot of life energy here happening, and they're sort of meeting each other, and it's about the balance, the alchemy. Whatever you're doing right now is a beautiful experience. You've got to really stay awake, stay alert, be aware of what you're it's really time for like a lot of mindfulness, doing a lot of mindfulness exercises. I don't know, this is beautiful. Again, don't focus too much on the results. It's not about the results, it's really about the process and the journey right now. So, but really good stuff for you. I think that's all I got for you, is just to stay focused on that. um, it's not going to be a boring time, but things are going to start to feel very smooth, run very smoothly in your life. You've got the Magnus in reverse, which is kind of that magician energy in reverse. And so that can feel, again, like you're not maybe manifesting like you would like to, but that's only if you're focused on the results. And right now you're not supposed to be focused on results. So keep reminding yourself that I don't need to focus on the results. Yeah, I think I feel that from you too, but I think it's just because, like I said, it's because of where your focus is, and normally that's okay to be a little focused on that, but right now that's not going to serve you. You don't need to be focused on the results so much right now. Go back to that a little later. Right now, focus on the experiences you're having and what they really are showing you and teaching you, and all the balancing that's taking place, because so many beautiful things are happening within you right now. It's not really a time to focus on the results, okay? You're going to get a lot more out of focusing on the here, now, and the experience. I see so much positive for her too. Kim, I can't even say. You said your mom, Tony, is here. You purchased for her, right? Are we doing Tony's as well? Shannon, what's her question? Is she here, Tony? I'm going to pull an Animal Spirit Oracle for that one. What Animal Spirit Oracle represents advice for Tony and where things are with the healing of her broken relationships? Children. Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. This is card number 61, which breaks down to a 7. The number 7 is a holy number of completion in the Judeo-Christian traditions. The number 7 can represent, yes, completion, but it also represents miracles and miraculous things being healed miraculously. It's almost like if you're familiar with like the Catholic Church, Saint Jude is the saint of hopeless causes. I feel like that's what the number 7 is. It's the number of hopeless cases where something comes in when you don't think it's going to be okay, and it just works out. I think that's what's going to happen with the brokenness of your family or your children, whatever you're trying to bring back together. The Turkey Spirit is about giving thanks. Think of Thanksgiving, a turkey, right? It's about giving thanks, and it's about doing it with grace, being grateful and showing grace. Maybe when there's not a lot to spare, all the more need to look for those things to see the grace in them, right? So I think that you're really being guided, Tony, to look to those places in your life and within your family where you see the good. Because we can always, life is so much about our perception and our perspective. And guess what? We choose our perspective. Nobody else chooses it. We got a call from the fraud department. My grandmother's credit card got hacked, and some jerk ran up like $1,000 on her credit card online somewhere. And she was really understandably frustrated about it. But you know what? The fraud alert people caught it. They called. We got it straightened out. So she wasn't charged anything. Yeah, frustration. They have to cancel your cards and all that stuff. That's frustrating, right? But ultimately, it got caught in time. So she was, after that happened, she was like going, oh, kept doing that. And I finally said, let's focus on the grace of the situation. This thing didn't go any further. Nothing got set to your credit. It was fixed. It's not easy to do that. It's easy to focus on the frustration of having to get your card canceled and wait for another card, right? It's easy. That's the easy thing to do, but it's so much better for you and for all of us to focus on the best part, the part to be grateful for. And the more you shift to that, you can find that silver lining if you look for it. The more you do that, the more you train your mind to always do that, the happier. Even if it does nothing else, it's going to make you happier, right? It's going to make you happier. So, but I guarantee you, I know from experience, it does a lot more than just that. So this is definitely about giving with gratitude and grace, but also seeing the grace in things. But yeah, it is about giving. It says give with gratitude and grace. So it's about giving. And I think that a lot of what you have control over is how you give those energies and emotions to your family and setting that example, as anytime a father or mother, a matriarch or patriarch of a family, there's an ability there to set the tone. And if that has been taken away from you, well, you've got to reclaim that. And I'm sure you can, but that's important. Set the tone. It's your ability and your right to set the tone. And if anyone has taken that from you, well, you just snatch that right and that ability right back, and you take over on that. But set it with an example of gratitude and grace. Anything else for Tony on this, specifically about helping the family heal? Eight of Wands, need for communication. There's a need to address emotional issues from the past. This Eight of Wands is really about not just, the Eight of Wands is about communication and moving forward, but in this case, it's about everybody coming to a common ground. You usually see the Eight of Wands and they're all moving in one direction. Well, this is about everybody coming to the center here. And so this is about people needing to, even if you can't, you have to just agree to disagree. What you have to agree to do, and you need to kind of round everybody up, is to say, we have a common goal here. Find out what the common goal is. And if you have to start with what is your common goal for everyone, what do you want for everyone, start with that, and then try to rally everyone around that. But everyone needs to come together on that common goal and start communicating about how to get there, and then you can start dealing with that other stuff, all of these other emotions that are all over the page. The Empress card is here. So you are the Empress. That's the Earth Mother. You're the one here that everyone looks to for the nurturing. You've got that lotus flower in your hand. You hold the keys to life in this, not just as a divine feminine soul, but in the practical sense, as the mother. You hold the keys to the life of this family in your hands, and you have to recognize that power that you have. Recognize that. Okay, don't claim or feign helplessness just because everyone's all over the place and whatever's going on, I don't know. Whatever it is, don't claim or feign helplessness. Recognize the power you have and embrace it and go forward with that, okay? The Lover's card is here at the bottom of the deck. That's strong Gemini energy. Gemini is the sign, like Virgo, that's Mercury ruled. It's all about communication. Geminis and Virgos are at their best when they are communicating from a logical and honest place. So it's about communication, but it's also choosing your battles. A lot of times this is about a choice. And it's about two people working in harmony. So I would say go ahead and work with those energies of the sort of dueling energies within yourself that tend to want to nurture, but also to set a certain tone. I feel a little bit of a control within you, and that's not a bad thing. I think it's actually a good thing, and I would say use a little bit of that. Whatever you can sort of grasp back, use it and assert it. All right. Good luck, Tony. Next is, thank you, Shannon and Shannon's mom. Next is Maria. What is your question, Maria? Jason doesn't like when I say to grab crystal, but I no, it's not that I don't like it. It's just that you know my thing about crystals and stuff. They're great, but there's a deeper thing. If you don't do the essentials that are really within your power, things like this aren't going to do you any good. These things are great, but you have to start with what you have real power over within yourself to change. Don't let things like crystals give you an excuse to not do the real work. I know. You're welcome, Shannon. Okay, Maria. Is Maria here? I got Maria and then Shay. Maria? Take a letter, Maria. Address it to my wife. I don't know if Maria's here, so we will go next to Shay. Is Shay here? So I've got Maria, Shay, Amora, Stephanie, Marcy, and then MJ. That's where we're at. Guys, Shay, you want to put your question up? Shay or Maria? Not seeing it. Okay, so we will move next to Amora. Is Amora here? Do you have your question ready, Amora? Shay, Maria, Amora. Shay, Maria, Amora. Shay, Maria, Amora. Shay, what is your question? Denominator. I don't know what you mean. There's Amora. Okay, we got Shay and Amora. Go ahead, Shay first, and then Amora. Denominator, you. What are you guys talking about? Shay, go ahead and put your question up, and then Amora, you can put your question up after that. Denominator, you. I don't know what either of you mean. I lost my male Aries best friend and my sister. Sister-in-law. Leo, that was a friend, and pretty much all. Question, what's your question, Shay? Worded in question. Yeah, guys, if you are waiting to get help, have your question ready, because we are popping them out tonight. We're connecting, and we are good to go. Thank you, Kim. Okay, so I see what you wrote, Shay. What's your question? Can you put it in a question form? What do you need guidance on? Because it doesn't even, I know it sounds weird, but details don't do me any good. All you got to do is tell me what you're needing guidance on. Like if you were just talking to God, who has all the answers and knows what's going on in your life, what would you ask? And put it in a question, and we'll get you the answer. We will get it. Aries was, why am I being abandoned by everyone? There you go. Why is Shay being abandoned by everyone? Oh, well, part of what's going on here is you're moving toward your ultimate happiness. You've got the 10 of Cups as an overall energy. So I think you're not seeing the forest for the trees. A lot of times what happens when you start to awaken spiritually is people start being removed from your life that aren't on your true soul destined path. You do have the Hanged Man here, so again, I can see why it would feel a little bit like you're stagnating. But the thing about the Hanged Man is, what's beautiful about the Hanged Man is it's not stagnation. The Hanged Man is a time where you're feeling you can get frustrated and like you're not making progress, but you're getting so much enlightenment, wisdom, and spiritual grace by being in this period of not really moving. Be careful, though, not to let yourself get stuck because of the people around you who you're feeling abandoned by. Your best friend, the Aries, anyone who's leaving, and you're not sure why they're leaving. Don't worry too much about that, and don't let it make you feel stuck or afraid. the big thing that this Two of Swords is blocking, abundance. See all that green? It's blocking abundance. Yes, block all that from me, please. Okay, you've got this. Look at this. This is beautiful. The phoenix is rising from the ashes. This is a beautiful thing. So what allows a phoenix to rise from the ashes, guys? Death, dying, loss. Yeah, I feel you guys. Well, I don't feel it. I don't want to feel the depression, but I feel for you guys. You know, I've been there. I've been there myself, and it's a horrible thing. Yes, the list is still open, Miss Sparky. Good to see you. It is a horrible thing to feel that way, but you've got to take control of that as much as you can. Obviously, if it's to a point that it's clinical, you've got to seek help from a doctor and see if medication and therapy would help. But if it's spiritual, there is no chemical solution to a spiritual problem. If it's spiritual, you got to go through this. The only way out of it is through it, right? So yeah, I understand it. It is, and I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm going through loss myself right now, and it seems to be dragged out. It's very hard. Um, but again, you've got to choose to look at the positive, guys. You have a choice here. I wasted 2 full years of my life wallowing in my own depression. It's a choice. When does this phoenix rise from the ashes? When do you allow the phoenix to rise? Maria, you're on a delay, sweetie. You need to leave and come back because we're already on somebody else. I'm going to come back to you. So make sure that you're not delaying your own sort of resurrection because of letting the sadness take over. Nothing can happen outside of you to change what's going on inside of you. There's nothing. There's no magic sandman that can come and wave magic sand in front of you or magic pill that's going to make you start to feel better. That just doesn't work. What will make you start to feel better is choosing to you've got to start using the law of attraction, guys. The law of attraction is going to help your depression as much as anything else that I can offer you. Yes, medication, I talk to a doctor, all of that stuff. I'm no doctor, but I know the law of attraction works, and the way it works is by you using it. And the first thing you've got to do is stop claiming the depression. Don't claim it. Stop saying I'm so depressed. Start saying I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this, this, and this. Name 3 things every day you're grateful for and focus on those things. Choose to focus on those things. Even if it's small things, you've got to do that for yourself. That's what you build upon here. There's someone moving towards you that's going to offer you something really beautiful. You've got this Prince of Pentacles moving towards you, Shay. That's an earth energy, and it's someone who wants to offer you something lovely, but guess what? This person can't even come in if you're depressed. When we're depressed, we are not receptive to good things. That's part of it's kind of like the chicken or the egg thing. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Nobody really knows. But I can tell you, it doesn't matter what came first, being abandoned or the depression, but they're feeding off each other. You're depressed because you're being abandoned, and you're being abandoned more because you're depressed. People run from depressed people. It's kind of like, guys, when you have a relationship go wrong, that person's not going to come back to you because they feel sorry for you. So sitting in your sadness is not going to help the situation. They're going to come back to you when you get happy. If they're going to come back at all. Maybe they're not going to come back at all, but if they're going to come back, it's going to happen after you first get happy yourself. It's about self-respect and self-love. You've got a beautiful energy here, though, specific to you, Shay. You've got the Queen of Wands here. That means you have a specific ability within yourself to find, it may not start off feeling like happiness, but to find a passion that awakens within you that you can follow. So that's maybe not the reason why people are abandoning you. That seems to be a little more complicated, and it has to do with your own specific soul path. But what you're going through, you're supposed to be going through right now. If anything could give you a little bit of solace, it's that you're never, number one, what I learned in my depression is, and feeling alone, you're never alone. You are never alone. And I had to be made to feel alone physically so that all my guides could wrap me up and remind me there's so much you can't see. You're never alone. But you have to be willing to first access those guides. I can only help you so much from here. You have to do what I do on your own. You have to connect to your spirit team. You have a spirit team just like I do. They're right there. I'm not talking to you. My guides are talking to your guides, and they're telling us what to tell you. You've got to do that on your own. And when you do that, you're going to be empowered. And when you start to emblazon yourself with your own fire, like I said, it may not feel like happiness at first. It's going to feel more like passion, finding your passion, but it's going to lead you to a lot of happiness. So that's what you're really being guided to do right here, and to understand that everything you're going through is actually beautiful. It's leading you to the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is a very fulfilled card, okay? And yeah, getting outside never did anybody any harm. I'll tell you that. Never did. All right, I'm going to go ahead and come back. Amora, Maria I had called on her earlier, and she's throwing up questions. She's still on a delay. So I'm going to go ahead and do Maria now, and then I'll come back to you, Amora. So good luck with your situation, Shay. Maria. I'm going to pull Animal Spirit on this one. Hi, Samantha. Nice to see you. Outlook for Maria's twin soul. These twin soul connections are going through major transitions right now. I mean, look what's happening in our world, guys. All of the pain, all of the righteous rage, the pain, the sadness, right? That's going on in our world right now. It's happening on big levels and on small individual levels as well. You're doing a deep dive here. You're being told to trust that great mystery with the whale spirit, Maria. Your deep dive is not going to go without results. So you've got this card number 65. That's an 11. The number 11 is an ascension number. This is saying that this deep dive you're going through of separation from your twin soul is all worthwhile. It's all going to pay off in big dividends for you. So just embrace the dive, embrace the deep dive, and know that magic is learning to work through you in more and more beautiful ways every day. And it's also learning to work through you and your twin soul in that energetic realm where you two communicate. Trust me, if you think you and your twin soul connect when you're connected and you're aware of the connection, it doesn't stop just because you're having problems or you're going through a separation. It's still happening, and you're integrating those light codes, and you guys are connected. You don't go backwards in those kind of connections. You only go forward, no matter what's happening in the 3D. Together, separation, running, chasing. That's all just BS. What's happening in the connection is constant movement forward. And they've got the owl spirit. So your person's learning to come into communication with their spiritual wisdom. He's learning to do that. And you're the one who's more spiritually awoken than this person. This person's just learning to start to do that. And they've got card number 43. Again, I just talked about, you've got a 65, which is an 11. That's an ascension number. They've got a 7, 43. That 7, that miraculous number, right? So this person, right, yeah, if it's a twin soul, you would have telepathic communication and you would be spiritually connected. That's part of a twin soul relationship, Maria. If that's what it is for you, that makes sense. That's why you're having those experiences. But what I want you to know is, so let me ask you, do you believe there's a reconciliation? Because that's what's more important than what the cards say and what I do. It's what your soul tells you. Yeah, this person's ready to see this connection for what it is, seeing clearly now. And it's through coming into contact with their feminine side, their feminine energy. And this is a masculine doing that. So that's a beautiful thing. There, well, that's beautiful. You feel it in your heart. That is what's most important of all in relationships like this. Right there. Is there reconciliation in the near future? Even in separation, this person's really thinking about you a lot. They've got Prince of Swords and Ten of Swords. This person's got you on their mind a lot. And the moon here, this is a confirmation that what you're feeling is true. There are such deep, deep feelings here that are just not being expressed. The world or the universe card, there's that light and dark, that shadow. He definitely loves her. There's no need to even question it, really. This is so clear. I can feel it like that. This is not, but I'll tell you, you're not doing your relationship, you're doing your relationship, yourself, and your twin soul a disservice right now by worrying about it. That, and I don't mean to get on to you, but I do because I want you to do better. We all have to do better as twin souls. You're doing the relationship a disservice right now in this moment by focusing on it and worrying about it. You need to learn to trust what you know in your heart, which is that it's fine. It's there. You told me we have telepathic communication. We're spiritually connected. Then why are we talking about it? Like, seriously, I mean, I know why, but really, if that's true, why are we sitting here talking about it? Get on with your mission. Go do what you got to do. Let that person heal and be ready when it's time for the reconciliation, because it's coming. You've got this completion coming, Maria. It's going to be beautiful, and you can welcome that in. This is you, the Empress. You are the physical embodiment of the divine feminine. So feel what you feel, know what you know, keep it moving. Thank Spirit for the confirmation that you're being given in your heart, and keep it moving. Don't waste time letting doubt creep in, giving the darkness its due. The darkness doesn't always have to have its due. Trust me, twin souls, we get enough darkness thrown at us on a daily basis from crazy people, from people who, because the more you heal, the more sick people are going to be attracted to your energy as well. As healers, which twin souls are healers, as healers, we attract the light, but we also attract sickness. Sickness is attracted to the healing, right? There are people here. There's 23 people in the chat. No offense to anyone, but some of you are here. You may not even realize that you're here because you're very sick and you're toxic and you're drawn to what we're doing here. You're probably going to get better. I used to be a person who was probably sick and drawn to the light of people. But that's just the case. There are people that are drawn to all of us because they need light in their life and they're sick and they're leeching. But they'll get better. Protect your energy. Have patience with them and they'll get better. But you're not one of those people. You have to be someone who stands up in the darkness with your light and keeps it moving. You guys will be fine. You embody that Empress energy and you keep it moving. Be nurturing, be prepared to be there when this person is ready, because you are the one who's more spiritually evolved in the connection, right? There's a pragmatist and there's a spiritual person. You're coming through as the more spiritual one. Be prepared, right? To offer that life, that love, and then keep it moving. Good luck, Maria. Okay, Amora, I think you already put your question up, didn't you? Thanks, Sparky. We'll get you added. Sparky Timms. Amora. Hey, Scott. I didn't see your post, but hey, Scott. Nice to see you. I swear I saw Amora come in here and put a question up. Maybe I am imagining things. I must be. Okay, Amora, what's your question? There it is. Wait. My name is Anna. I'm a Libra. Sun and Scorpio. Soulmate Carlos broke up. Okay, let's. Is there something else? I don't want to get my hopes up. Whatever you can see, you need to know. Okay, you're welcome. So you just want to know, what's he not telling you? Will there be love and romantic relationship again? What's he not telling you? Okay. I think I'm going to stick with just tarot for this one. I don't feel like the animal spirit's going to do us a lot of good. You have a lot more control than you realize. You're getting that Queen of Wands energy. Use your power. Use your strength. Use your gifts. Okay, you've got the Hierophant here. This is Taurus energy, and the Hierophant is a confirmation that what you guys are going through is divinely guided. Doesn't mean you're going to end up together, but it is divinely guided, right? It's for your soul growth. You've got the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That means that not only is this divinely guided, but the isolation you're feeling, the separation and isolation, as much as it's not pleasant, it's also for your soul growth. You're going to come out of this the Queen of Cups, And you're going to come out of this on your path to real happiness. You've got the Sun card here as well. Prince of Pentacles. So I would say this person has good intentions with you, but you're much more mature spiritually than this person. You're Queen of Wands. They're coming out Prince of Pentacles. So does this person have good intentions for you? Yes. They actually have very good intentions for you. You say, what are they not telling you? I don't think it's that they're not telling you something, but I will say you guys have probably a past life connection. You've got the Six of Cups here. With past life connections, there's karma to be worked out. You come into this lifetime and there's karma between the two of you that's kind of got to be worked out. And it's weird. Like when you have a karmic sort of past life connection with somebody, it's crazy. It's weird to care about somebody like that you, from the moment they come into your awareness. And it's a strange experience, and everything's more intense even when you know logically it shouldn't be that intense, it still is with them. They can make you so angry and so happy and so everything. All of your emotions are heightened by people like this. This person has great intentions for you, but they're not as mature as you. You have strong passion here that you're ruled by, but you also can use it to your advantage. The Queen of Wands, I say this all the time, is my favorite queen because she's got the ability to be very proactive in ways that other queens do not. And remember, you're going to be much more able to sort of sit in your power as the Queen of Cups in the near future if you use your power now to help sort of bring about what you want. What does that specifically mean for you? I think it means kind of figuring out where you've got to sort of write your story. You're in chapter 5 of this story, so don't get stuck in your story with this person is a long novel. It's a long book, right? You're only on chapter 5. There are many more chapters to go, and they're not even written yet. So don't get stuck on the chapters 1 through 4 that have brought you to chapter 5 where you're not feeling good and you're alone. I just don't know if he still loves me. Okay, did I not establish? You want me to go over and say this stuff again? He loves you. This person loves you. Does that mean you're going to get what you want from somebody because they love you? No. My twin soul and I love each other. I know for beyond a shadow of a doubt that my twin soul loves me. We're not in communication though. This person loves you. This person is not where you are as far as your spiritual progress, but you're still not where you need to be spiritually either. Guys, I know I sound like a broken record, but you've got to hear me. You're not going to get what you want if you're not willing to make the changes within yourself. And what has to change here is you've got to be willing to accept where you are. Accept that this is good. This is a good thing. This didn't happen to me by accident. As you, Anna, you have to go, oh, I realize this didn't happen by accident and it didn't happen to hurt me. It happened to help me. Because Source, God, my higher power said, no, this isn't going to work like this. We're taking this person out of the mix because you're not loving yourself. It's not about them not loving you. It's about you not loving you. And this person can't stay in your life until you love you. You have so much power here, but you're not using it. You've got to learn to use your power, sweetheart, okay? You've got to. There's that phoenix rising from the ashes. This is the Ion card. This is a beautiful card. I really love this card. It's one of my favorites. This is about having been through that low point. And it's not just that you rise up from that, because you can't you don't want to stay. That's why the tower falls. It's built on a bad foundation. You don't want to stay in something that's built on a bad foundation. You want to build it from the ground up. And you're in a rebuilding phase in your life. But what Spirit's saying is, Jason, tell her not to worry. She's rebuilding, but she's got all this energy behind her, all this passion. That's good news. You also are aware of what makes you happy in life outside of another person. Spirit says you already have these reserves within you that you know where your happiness lies, and you actually already know it's not from another person. And you also know that although this person loves you very much and wants a future with you, they're still very spiritually immature. It's going to take a couple rounds, a couple chapters before this person really gives you what you want. But guess who can give you what you want right now? You've got to start there and really make that the focus of your life. And until and unless you do that, nothing's going to change. You've got to make that change here. And look, the fact that you've got the Sun card as an outcome card from that Phoenix rising, it's Gucci right there. That's Gucci. That's good stuff, but you have to really bring it in yourself. You've got to make that choice. Nobody else can make it for you. I think that this person definitely loves you, and I think that there's a great chance for this thing to work out. But I think you need to sort of detach from worrying about that. Focus on your healing, and then let that stuff fall into place where it may. Let those chips fall into place, because where you're going to be tomorrow versus where you are today, what you are willing to accept in your life is not going to be the same thing that you were willing to accept yesterday. And that's where the change has to start. Good luck with this whole situation, Anna. Stephanie, is Stephanie P here? You're welcome. Good luck. Good luck, my dear. I wish you the best. Yep, I carry rose quartz. I have a lot of black tourmaline. Simply requesting messages. I need to know to benefit my highest good. You got it, Stephanie. You got it. Was there anyone else that we didn't get to the other night that we're carrying over from the other night? Somebody had messaged me that we had missed them the other night. Stephanie, you've got a little bit of overworking mental energy right now in your life. You've got the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords speaks to me right now about, it's not bad. Here's the thing about overthinking, guys. It's not a bad thing to overthink. It's not even overthinking to think a lot about a certain topic or to focus on it. When we get into the overthinking and when it's a bad thing is when you're doing the thinking, but it's not leading to any action or to any decisions or to any big changes. That's where the problems come in. And you see that heart with the stake through it. That's where the problem is. You've taken a problem and you've chewed on it to the point that it's become bigger. It's like the little teddy bear in the corner of the room, but it's casting this big shadow on the wall, and the child thinks it's a monster. All the while, it's just a little stuffed animal. But what they're seeing and focusing on is this big shadow. And then in their mind, they're turning the shadow into a monster. And before you know it, that little teddy bear has become this huge, desperate situation, and it's not. Well, this is good though, Stephanie. You're aware that you're doing it, and you're aware that it's that Libra quality to the air in you can start to think and all the ideas and everything. So what do? This is easy for someone like you. If you've got Libra in your chart in a strong placement, it's easy. One way I envy strong Libras, Aquarius, Gemini, and I have Gemini ascendant, so I have a little bit of that, but you have the ability to shift your focus at any time. We're all aware that our mind can be our best friend or our worst enemy. You're aware of that. And so all you have to do is choose right in the moment when you're noticing yourself doing that. I've got to shift my focus to things that I'm happy about, things that are productive, etc., and away from those other things. Guys, as human beings, it's easy for us to get kind of lazy. I do it, you do it, we all do it. We're humans. That's part of this experience that's just, we need to kind of slap ourselves on the wrist. We're lazy. It's really easy, but it really takes a lot of reminding and practice to sort of step outside of ourselves and observe ourselves. For you just need to observe yourself more. Observe your thoughts. Pay attention to what you're thinking about. Remind yourself, write down notes to pay attention to what, write down notes all over the place. What am I thinking about right now? I mean, if that's what it takes to be aware of what you're focusing on and what your thoughts are. And when I started doing that, I started realizing how negative I was, how not nice I was about and to myself, and how negative I was. And then I changed myself. And then once I changed myself, now I notice other people doing it. That's why I'm always getting on to you guys. I get on to my grandmother, everyone around me. It feels like sometimes I'm like, is everyone just in a bad mood all the time? Is everyone negative? we can so often choose to focus on the worst things and treat ourselves so badly. And all it requires is us to pay attention. Just choose to pay attention. It's like we're just kind of not paying attention sometimes. So pay attention to your thoughts, because this is saying your thoughts are causing you to be heartbroken. You don't even have to be, but you're literally breaking your own heart with your thoughts. It's like nobody would, this is almost like the definition of insanity, guys, and we do it to ourselves all the time. Don't do that to yourself. Whatever heartbroken energy you're feeling, you're literally giving it to yourself. You don't need to feel that way. There's a whole happy world out there, and we're all the victims. We're all the victims of a media that wants us to be enraged, right? Like everything in our lives is working against, the darkness is so strong right now. The shadow stuff is working against us so hard. We have to, that's why people are waking up right now. They're either going to die or wake up, because there's everything within us is and around us is pushing us and suppressing us down. Everybody needs an antidepressant. Everybody needs a therapist. Has road rage. And it's because look what's going on in the world. All we hear about is death, hate, bigotry, all those things, and they're just enraging. Somebody has to help themselves by stepping out of that and going, okay, I love myself, I'm kind, I'm worthy. You just have to start doing that, because everything around us is doing the opposite. You've got that art card, which is, again, that's the Temperance card. This is all about your ability to, you have a strength here, an ability to moderate those thoughts and give yourself, she's got that beautiful green dress on. You literally need to put your green dress on every day, that cloak yourself in abundance and protect yourself from your own thoughts and your own heartbreak, and then from other people. But it all starts within us, guys. And for you, that's a real spiritual message. The Aquarius that you're mourning, that's an issue, and you've got to go through whatever that is. But the biggest thing is inside you. This is you. That Aquarius, that is grief, and it is there, and it's real. But deal with that after you first deal with you and what you're creating within yourself. You're about to receive a real message of hope and abundance and sort of start to get enlightened in a beautiful way, but you have to welcome it in. Your guides are really ready to that person's mind is just totally surrounded by green and blue. Those are just the people that design websites. They literally, because they please the eye and they will bring people to your website, they make them green and blue. When my dad's an entrepreneur and he has a website, a business, and it's all green and blue. And I remember when the creator did the website, it was because those are the colors that people are drawn to, right? Why is that? Because they represent tranquility, peace. They're cool colors. It's about abundance, clarity. That's what's happening to you in this place of not making a lot of movement, of yes, thinking. But it's about making sure your mind is your best friend and not your worst enemy. And that's all within you. You've got someone moving towards you, and I think it is that Aquarius, possibly. But they're coming in as the Knight of Pentacles. That's a slow-moving energy. There's also the Ace of Pentacles here. So whoever this is that is moving towards you is coming in to offer you something lasting, stable, and abundant. But remember, guys, we can't welcome in a new person, an old person for a new cycle until we've moved out of that cycle. And the only way you're going to start moving out of that cycle is to get out of this first and foremost, and that's all within you. Okay, so remember that. But yeah, there's someone trying to come in here for a new beginning, and Spirit's trying to offer a new beginning here. And it's a great energy. So that's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, but it doesn't have to be that sign. It can be any sign. It's that energy. It means that but it feels like it's someone already aware of you because they're a Knight of Pentacles. They've gotten to a point where they know they want to offer you something real, lasting, and of value. So I think it's someone who's already been in your life or in your awareness. Good luck with this, Stephanie. I wish you the best. Marcy. Sorry, not Marcia, Marcy. We got Marcy. And then I think MJ. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, Marcy. What's your question, Marcy? Oh my God, Jason, I have as typing about heartbreak. This person is this person. This person is special. Yes, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, where is Marcy? I don't know if maybe Marcy's not here. MJ, do you have your question ready, MJ? MJ, are you ready? Ready for fretty? Thank you for having it ready. What's going on with my twin flame concerning me? We're no communication possible outcome. We're both Libra with fire. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm going to pull an animal spirit for this one to start. Show me what's going on with MJ and the twin soul. Slow moving energy, but you're actually cooperating. So there's slow moving energy for progress to be made. But I was seeing ants, and you know, ants work together, so your souls are cooperating nicely, even if you're in separation. That's a good sign. Feels like a strong connection. Your soulmate or twin soul is learning to cooperate with spirit. So very airy energy here with a bird, this crow. That's someone who's learning to be aware of the signs in their life. Someone who's learning about, it may not be a very spiritual person, but they're on the cusp of that. They might be someone who pays attention to numerology, who pays attention to synchronicities, things like that. But you're getting air energy as well. You've got the Canary Spirit, and the Canary Spirit is about singing your own song. So right now, while you're in sort of separate energies, you're being really called to not be afraid. You've got the number 12 card, which is the number 3. That's about miracles, babe, ascended master energy, miracles, building. So MJ, sing your own song. Be sort of sunny of spirit. Be bright and sunny and sort of welcome. See, look at the energy here for you. You're alone too, but you're singing a song and you're like just happy on your perch. This person can handle the separation from their twin soul because they're aware of what it is and they understand it's okay. It's all good. We'll be okay. There's no problem here. And the connection between the two of you, you have the lion spirit. So that's a beautiful energy between the two of you. That's that Leo energy. If you think of the the strength card, there's a real balancing taking place. Excuse me. There's a real balancing taking place between the two of you, and a cycle's wrapping up really, really rapidly. You guys are coming to the end of a separation cycle, so I really feel like you're probably coming close to a reconciliation, and where you both are going to be on the same page about things. Let me see what's going on there. What's blocking that from tarot? Yeah, Ace of Wands, so new beginning, passionate new beginning coming in. 4 of Pentacles. You guys are holding on to things. Oh, okay. That's not going to do. Okay. You need to be that. That was guide. I didn't realize, MJ. This is guidance for you. Okay? This is not where you're at. You're being guided. Spirit's trying to remind you. You need to be this Canary Spirit. You're overthinking the connection. You're thinking about this connection too much and you're overthinking it and you're holding on to the cycle that you guys were in before separation or whatever. You got to let go of that. You're never going to go back to what you were before. Twin souls don't repeat cycles. And if they do, it really doesn't work well. A twin's connection is always moving forward. Two people, the separation that twin souls go through, and they go through sometimes many separations, every period of separation is marked by big growth and change. So each time they come back into each other's lives, they're the same people, but they're different people. They're more mature, they're growing. It's crazy. And I've heard this, but the reason I can speak on it, it's one thing to learn, read something and to hear people tell you, but when you've experienced it over the course of a few years, you can speak on it from an authoritative place. I know this to be true. And it's a beautiful thing, but right now you're still on some level, you're holding on to a past relationship with your twin soul. That's over. You guys are coming into be a new incarnation for your next phase. And I don't mean to say you're different people, you're not, but you're going to be like different, better versions of yourself. And there's a lot of overthinking here. You've got to stop. It's, again, there's a real breakdown in the in the thought process when I hear people call someone their twin soul and then worry about it, focus on it. Because if you know someone's your twin soul, there's no need to be focusing on it. And I get when we have a connection that's strong like that, there is all these feelings, yes. But once you're aware of what it is, that's your pass. That's your get out of jail free card that says, oh, now you know what this is. You don't need to stress about it. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to overthink it. You don't need to hold on to the past, because now Spirit has enlightened you with the information about what this is. So now you can go, okay, let me get back to work on myself. It either is or it isn't. There's no in between. Either this is your twin soul and you don't need to be stressing about it or worrying about it, or it isn't and you don't need to be stressing or worrying about it either way, because it's not what you think it is. So in either side, you don't need to worry about it. You guys there's too much conflicted energy within each, not in the connection. The connection doesn't feel bad, but there's this conflicted energy within each of you, this Five of Wands. And what's going on is, where you're overthinking, like I said, you either directly mirror your twin soul, or you directly opposite mirror. And guess what? While you're overthinking, do you know how they're mirroring? They've got no clue what they want when it comes to their emotions right now. They've got all these Seven of Cups. It's just too many things, too many possibilities. Do you want this person to stop not knowing what they want with all these possibilities? Well, guess what you need to do? Stop overthinking. As you stop overthinking, MJ, your twin soul's going to stop being confused about what they want. Those two go hand in hand. So you hold the key to them knowing what they want. It's when you stop focusing on this. They go hand in hand. So you have some power here, but you've got to take the reins. How do you shift your focus off of this situation and onto your life, your love for yourself, your spiritual growth? Because that's what Spirit's really clearly calling you to do. That person's on their own journey. They're starting to see synchronicities and signs in their life, which is beautiful, but it's not going to do them any good if they don't know what they want. They've got to figure out what they truly desire for themselves. And part of that comes from separation and no communication, because you start to miss the person you wish was in your life. How beautiful is that? 1111. Thank you for pointing that out to MJ Just Me. So that's a good thing to focus on, is the more you take back your energy, focus on your growth, and don't overthink the situation, the more you're allowing and helping them in direct connection to you spiritually to narrow down where their heart truly is, which is with you. Okay, that's a beautiful thought. Good luck, MJ. Is Marcy here? And if not, Sparky, you can go ahead and put yours up also. Sparky. How can I get a reading? I'm actually about to wrap it up for tonight. I've been on quite a while and I'm starting to get a little bit tired. But if you want to get on the list for Friday, day after tomorrow, I'll be preparing for that. And it's a $25 love offering to Cash App. The information is in the in the information section of the video. It's $ Ray of Light Tarot, all one word. Where's Marcy? Is Marcy here? Marcy, if I don't get to you, if you're not here to do your question tonight, we'll have to just carry you over to Friday. Coming for Sparky in love. Ooh. You're really on the verge of moving out of that. You've been kind of a little bit of stagnation, Sparky. You're coming out of that. You're about to start to make some swifter movement forward. Make sure that you're not keeping yourself caught in between concerns or fears, because the Eight of Swords is here, but you're coming out of that into the Empress energy. So I think that's part of that Hanged Man reverse energy. But with the Eight of Swords, it does have, that can be being trapped in some fears or mental prisons. Future business looks good. You've got the Three of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Prince of Swords. So you seem to get that. I don't know what it is. Your person, your part spirit. You have a spiritual partner that comes out a lot. They seem to often be watching you because I feel like I get the Prince of Swords or the Page of Swords for you a lot. So there's someone often like keeping up with what you're doing, and it's not like a stalker. It just feels like it's someone who is very interested in what's going on with you and is always sort of kind of keeping an eye on you. And when you have someone doing that, it's very important that they see you doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know, loving yourself, respecting yourself, caring for yourself. The devil is here. That's Capricorn energy. There could be some toxicity in your love life still that you're trying to break away from. Nine of Wands reversed. There's something that's not wrapping up here. There is a little bit of caught energy with the devil and the Nine of Wands, the star here behind that. So that Aquarius energy of transformative water, that water bearer energy, there's something that you're still in your love sector having trouble expressing openly or being comfortable sharing. You've got to get very comfortable with trusting what you know and what you feel and being trusting sharing that, okay? Trusting in sharing that. So it's very important that you feel you can share that, okay? And don't be afraid, okay? Don't be afraid to express who you are in love. It's so important. I feel like for you, I don't know if this is a gift of yours, but that third eye stuff, it's very psychic in nature, which is a little different than what I do most of the time. It's not so much about being empathic and sort of that intuitive empathic side, but really almost getting sort of psychic visions or seeing sort of being like what they call a seer. You have some sort of ability attached to that where you can sort of prospect the future in ways that a lot of people can't. And that could be what's causing you to have trouble sort of breaking away from the toxicity, the devil energy, and that Eight of Swords. Because someone who knows a lot about what's coming, or they get feelings about what's on the horizon, it can cause them to worry and to get them stuck. So what I would do is really learn to whatever that's about for you, where you kind of can telegraph what's coming a little bit. You've either got to dive into that deeper where you can truly use the gift, or you've got to shut it off, one or the other. Because where you're at, where you kind of do that with yourself, where you kind of see things before they're happening and you get a feel for telegraphing something, that's not serving you because it's causing you to get stuck energy, and it's causing you to worry too much. So you're kind of in this limbo state when it comes to that. There's a clear message about that for you. And I think that that's also when it comes to love, you need to really be careful because the good things that are trying to come in for you in love, you could be kind of blocking those out if you're doing that, where you're not. Well, yeah, and whatever that hesitance is about, there is a gift here that's about like a psychic. It's a psychic gift, is what it is. It's pretty strong, and you can't. Again, you've got to either go and dive into it and explore it, or pull back from it. Where you're at, where you kind of use it, you know, like it's almost like it's just something that you kind of you know you do it and you know you have it. That's not helping you. It's doing more harm than good. It's becoming a hindrance to you because you've got the Eight of Swords. So you've got to really decide whether you want to move forward in that or not. But and you can run, you can not, you don't have to use that. Like that doesn't have to be a part of your life. I don't feel it has to be. I think it's something that whatever it is, it either needs to be deeply explored, yeah, without hesitation or abandon, or the opposite. Where it's at is not serving you. Because you've got so much trying to come in right now. And more than anything else, especially that Prince of Swords energy, someone's who is a soulmate of yours is really interested in everything you're doing right now. And so how great if they could see you sort of break free from that Eight of Swords energy and really start to bring in whatever this Empress is all about and what she's trying to do. Still, there is a cycle that needs to end. Nine of Wands in reverse behind that. That's that wounded warrior energy. It's got to go. It's got to go. It's got to end so that Knight of Pentacles can move on in. Three of Cups. Remember, this is about collaboration, celebration, coming together with someone in love. So it's right here for you. Good things are right on the horizon. And I mean, a lot of people I'm seeing like August and September. No, for you, it's right here. Like we're in June now, July, it's here for you. But you need to make some real big decisions about your gifts, who you are spiritually, and what you're willing to do with those things, okay? What was, Way Drizzle and Libra in Love. No, I'm doing yours right now, Wayman. I'm doing Wayman, and then I'm going to do Libra in Love. My battery's low, guys. What does Wayman need to know about this Libra? This your Libra has very strong trust issues. I don't know what happened to this person with their last relationship or a few relationships back, but they have deep trust issues. They do not trust in relationship, and they don't know how to communicate about what's going on inside. This person is very much with the Eight of Wands in reverse here. They're very much not good at communicating what they're feeling in their heart space and where their true heart's desire is. This person's going in a lot of different directions at once. This person also feels pulled in different directions at once. They do see you as a soulmate and a potential life partner, but they feel like, you know, they would like you to be more heart space open with them. They feel like you're very good at communicating when it comes to logically and, you know, expressing the things you want out of life and being maybe excited in that aspect, but they don't trust when it comes to the emotional stuff, because when it comes to that, you've got the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands. So emotionally, this person is feeling like they can't trust, but I don't think it's about you, Wayman. I think the reason this person is not trusting you is because they've got issues with someone from a past relationship. There's a deep gaping wound that this person has that's never been healed. I almost feel like this person may have been sexually abused by someone they looked up to when they were younger, maybe like a father figure. I'm not sure what that's about, but this person has major trust issues when it comes to men and major trust issues when it comes to any relationship that is physical in nature. So the way around that is to move slowly and to build on things and to moderate the connection and show them. Trust has to be built with confidence. You have to build confidence with somebody, right? You have to show them that they can rely on you. And sometimes, because we're all human, sometimes we let people down when we're trying to build that confidence and trust, and we kind of have to start over then. It's really difficult with somebody like that who has trouble trusting to begin with. I know, I've been in that connection with someone like that, and it's hard, especially if you've let them down and they feel betrayed by you, but you have to just show them that you're not going anywhere, that you love them, and pull back your energy and don't push hard. You want to be really giving this person what they're asking you for, but don't push too hard. The Two of Pentacles is saying they also need to choose you. Like, this person is hesitant and they're still not totally choosing you either. So it feels like both of you in this relationship are not sure how to, it's like you're not sure. You take one step forward and two steps back because you're both choosing each other, but you're also neither one wants to go all the way in. This feels like it's almost becoming like a game, and don't let it become a game, because if it becomes a game, you're going to end up breaking up. And if that's not what you want, then you need to make sure that you start to communicate with this person from your heart about what you truly want from them and that you truly want them to trust you. But if you mean that and you want this person to start to trust you and to rely on you, then you're going to have to be patient with them, and you're going to have to understand what it means for them to open up and trust you, because they have big issues going way back, and it's going to take patience. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's going to require you to be someone, truly mean what you say, that you're going to be someone they can rely upon. You can't just give this lip service. This person's got deep wounds. They are stuck. This person is stuck in like their own prison they've created of their mind. And they just don't, they have not had a lot of experience with people living up to what they promised them. There's also a tower here, so something's going to come crashing down. I feel like a lot of it is this person's resistance, and their fear is going to come crashing down, but it's going to require you to be very patient, very nurturing, and very willing to build the confidence with them, or allow them to build confidence in you over time. So be patient. It's not that that person is also, you need to know, it's not that that person is not trying to be close to you. This is what they feel. 5 of Pentacles. That's an energy of being isolated, all alone, left out in the cold. They feel that about themselves. So even in this relationship, this person feels isolated and all alone. Because why? They have no trust. They have a very much destroyed ability to trust, and that's just going to take time. As far as the music that you're asking about, this song, it's interesting. You've got the Fool energy for that, which is about taking a leap of faith. This is whatever it is you're trying to get to be successful. Anything's possible, but with the Fool energy, you kind of have to believe in things and not talk about it too much, because what you want to happen is for something to take off and sort of go against the odds and be a success. In areas like that, entertainment especially, you can't talk about it to people, because people aren't going to have the belief that you have in yourself, and they're going to put their energy on it, and it's going to ruin it. So don't talk about it to me. Don't even mention it again like on here. Do it. Go send it to the people that can actually help you with it. Work with that. And have faith in yourself, but don't talk to people in your life about it, because they will bring it down with their negative energy. Even if they're telling you lip service, yeah, you can do it, they're not going to believe in it the way you will, and so they will bring it down. Don't talk about it. I'm telling you, that's the key to success with that, is don't talk about it. That's all I've really got for that. All right, thank you, Wayman. Good luck. Last but not least was Libra. Libra love. What were you? Libra love. Was it Libra love that was asking about? Well, my ex who is an Aquarius reunion. You're welcome, Way. Well, my ex who is an Aquarius reunite. Okay, let's see. Show me what's happening in the energy currently for Libra's ex. What was that? No, that wasn't it. Where is it? I have a card that flipped here, and there it is. Hierophant. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. Yeah, listen, here's the thing about this kind of connection. Yeah, they're already Knight of Pentacles. So this person, your ex's intentions for you, right? Your Aquarius has the right intentions for you and for this relationship. You're welcome, Way. This person has the right intentions for you and for this relationship, Libra. But the problem isn't their intentions. The problem is, number one, there's broken heart energy between the two of you. You got the 3 of Swords. Broken heart, broken down trust, an energy of a lack of happiness. There's so much sadness flowing between the two of you that it's not going to get you what you want. There's a need to balance these energies. You've got the 6 of Pentacles here, and that's what's going to lead to the 3 of Cups, which is that move coming back together. Now, I don't know. Why is it the 3 of Cups and not the 2 of Cups? Is there a third party here? Did somebody cheat, or has somebody got somebody else in their energy? Feels like there might be. Taurus energy, maybe. You have the Hierophant here, so if there is, it's supposed to be, so don't worry about it. I don't want to get you worried about something you don't need to worry about, by all means. Let's not do that, but there may be a third-party situation happening here, and I would just say don't worry about, okay, yep, don't worry about it too much. The thing you need to worry about is listen, your guidance is the High Priestess. Do you want this thing to work? Well, spirituality, spiritual growth. The High Priestess is all about clarity. It's the clarity of knowing who you are inside, what you're here to do, and what your purpose is, what your plan is. That has nothing to do with your Aquarius who's moving towards you already, energetically. You've got to focus on this, on your connection to Source, on your inner knowing. That's what's going to lead to the Three of Cups. That's what's going to lead to you guys moving into a more balanced connection. Right now, the energy between you two is heartbreak. It's heartbreak. It's not good communication if there's any. This is not good communication. Whatever this is, I mean, I wouldn't even want to communicate with somebody in this energy. You've really got to stay connected to your guides, your internal guides. Hey, Rebecca, you've got to stay connected to your internal guides, and you've got to do what's best for you. I feel like you're on a journey here, or you're going to be going on a journey. There's something to do with the Middle East and this relationship, and I don't know what it is, but there's something in the future or whatever to do with the Middle East in this relationship, and I don't know. There's like this camel is standing out to me, and when I think of a camel, I think, well, Egypt or the Middle East, Iraq, that area, you know, sort of the I don't know. This person's got some sort of, it's like a vision quest or a spiritual quest to go on, or maybe you do. You know that turquoise. I'm starting to sound like Kim now. Turquoise, get some turquoise. No, but there's something about turquoise. There's something about turquoise, like the kind you see in Iraq, that you could, that I don't know, you need to, if you, I don't know if you have anything like that, or if you, if maybe it would just be stones like jewelry, but there's something to do with turquoise that you need to sort of look into for yourself or your healing. I don't know why, and I don't even know anything about turquoise. Like it's, but for you, okay, lapis lazuli, whatever that is, Sparky, for you, look into that and see what it could do for you. There is a journey ahead for you. And I feel like when travel opens up more and, you know, things change, you might want to see what, I don't even know where it is, but whatever's, there's something about the trees and the camel in this card and what you see here. And it's about you and travel. And it's not really about your love life, but it's something to do with your soul growth, and maybe inadvertently it is in that way about your love life. But yeah, they're already moving back towards you energetically. And the only thing that you need to do, look, you can see who is the more evolved and spiritually awake here. It's you, High Priestess. It's all about coming into that feminine power of just knowing, of being at peace with your inner knowing and trusting in that. And staying in close contact with your spiritual team is going to do you a world of good. So do that as well, okay? All right, I've got to go, guys. I am pretty much brain dead at this point and exhausted. So I want to call it a night. Hey, Angel, nice to see you, sweetie. I'm going to call it a night, and I appreciate everyone's patience, and I'll be back, if not before, by Friday. So if you need to get on the list between now and Friday, go ahead. You can send payment. We'll get the list going for that. Anyone who we missed, I'm not sure if there is anyone, let me know on Friday, and we'll get you taken care of. I think we're caught up, though, so we'll see. All right, guys, you guys have a great night, and I will see you later. Good night and sweet dreams to you too, Angel. Bye, guys.